Hi, I'm Michelle, and with me today on bdTV is Leanne Faulkner, the company founder of Billie Goat Soap. Leanne, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me, Michelle. It's lovely to be here.
Leanne, I was hoping you could tell me a bit about the origins of Billie Goat Soap and how it started.
Oh, certainly. Well, I'm actually a corporate girl. I have a corporate background, and in fact I spent many years working for Fairfax in the city here in Sydney, and I worked 7 days a week. You know what it's like. Mainly it was all work, until I met what was then my future husband, and I realised there's actually a bit more to life than work. John suggested that we, both sell our properties and move up and have a bit of a tree change, and I thought that sounded like a great idea, and that's what we did. And we thought, well, what are we going to do with all this land? And so we went to the local RSPCA shelter and noticed a goat and thought, oh, that's the answer.
We'll have a goat.
Yeah, we'll have a goat. And my husband had 3 children from a previous marriage, gorgeous, wonderful kids. And 2 of those older children had eczema when they were growing up, and we treated them with the usual treatments, and that worked. Mm-hmm. So when we were having our boys, Kyson and Liam, when Liam was born, the youngest, he has asthma.
Right.
And eczema and asthma tend to live together. Mm-hmm. But we just thought, walk in the park, done it before, it's going to be easy, and nothing worked for Liam. And it was quite a humbling experience to see that nothing worked. And so I did some research and found out that goat's milk soap is supposedly good for people with sensitive skin. And I thought, I've got goats. I've got milk. I can do this. So I found this lovely, kind lady who said that she would teach me how to make handmade soap. And I trundled off down to Sydney with my milk from my goats and said, this is what I want to use. And she taught me the basics. And that was really unintentionally the start of Billie Goat Soap.
And is that the formula that's still used today?
Yes, the very same formula where I used to make it in my kitchen is the exact same formula, and we still today hand make every bar, and we still use fresh milk from our own goats in every single bar that we produce. We just make a lot more today.
How is Billie Goat Soap bars different from commercial soaps?
That's an excellent question, Michelle, because quite often I find that consumers, the general public, would lump soaps in as one big category, when in fact there's a huge difference. Our bars are all made by hand, and we blend all of our oils from scratch. So in fact 50% of our bar is made from Australian olive oil, comes direct off the grove in Cowra. So all of the oils that we use, the castor oil, the grapeseed, the almond, comes to us in pure form when we do our own blending.
Leanne, who is the Billie Goat Soap consumer?
Usually it's mums or carers who have children with a sensitive skin, eczema, or it might be an adult with psoriasis in their hair, for example, and they will seek out Billie Goat Soap. Quite often they've tried everything else. I think that's great. Go try everything else, and then when nothing else has worked, come to us and you'll see the difference.
Leanne, Billie Goat Soap is really popular with consumers who have skin conditions. What is it about goat's milk that treats these skin complaints?
Well, yeah, I think goat's milk is the secret ingredient. The milk itself has a pH level fairly similar to the skin zone, so it's very gentle. Goat's milk, of course, naturally produces lactic acid, and as you would know, lactic acid is a natural exfoliator for the skin, so it helps to get rid of the dead skin cells and encourage the growth of new or fresh cells. It's also very high in vitamin A and vitamin B12, but in particular it's very high in selenium. In fact, it's about 27% higher in selenium than cow's milk, and selenium is a beautiful antioxidant, and that helps to protect the skin. And I think that's been the key as to why we've had success with Billie Goat Soap, because using that fresh milk, we retain all of the goodness of the milk in every bar that we produce.
And by using a fresh goat's milk, how long before a product expires?
Yes, in terms of the bars, there's actually no expiration date because of the way that we make the soap. We do it a very old-fashioned way, and in fact, all of the oils that are used in the bar, we blend from scratch at our factory. And because we use an old-fashioned soap-making method, the bar will last you. In fact, a good handmade soap Billie Goat Soap, is like a good wine. The longer you don't use it, the better it becomes.
And what are the distribution channels for Billie Goat Soap?
Well, we do have several distribution channels. A lot of people don't realise that. I think we've got about 1,800 stores around the country that sell Billie Goat. That includes all Myer stores, all David Jones, Babies R Us, Terry White, Aussie Pharmacy, quite a number of baby stores, boutique gift stores, Thomas Duck stores, and of course online.
What has been the biggest challenge you've faced as a small business owner?
Oh, there's several. Have you got a few hours? I think it's about being able to manage growth. We've had substantial growth, particularly over the past 3 to 4 years in particular, and it's being able to actually manage that growth well, fund the growth, and stay connected to both our retailers and the consumer.
Leanne, it's been so lovely having you in today. Thanks for coming into bdTV.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks, Michelle.